Might as well stay on this track for right now. It's good stuff.
Music is so good in this show.
In this show.
Definitely.
Yeah, in this show. I like what they do with this show. Did the guy that did the music for Mando do the music for this show?
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
I didn't actually know that.
I knew Ace.
Because they sound so different. I didn't expect him to be the one that did that. I guess.
But they got some of the same tones and stuff.
Oh, they definitely have the same tone.
I mean, I knew that we pulled the other out, but hey.
But you know what's funny though?
You just keep this going the whole time. Disney doesn't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Bonnie.
You know,
Bonnie?
I had some technical difficulties as I was trying to get on.
yeah, I see no lights in the background.
What's going on behind you?
Well, I've rearranged. I got my bookshelves up.
Oh.
You got the new shelves up?
Yeah, it's still a process.
I was going to say, do we get to see them?
It's dark in here, but I'll take a picture and send it.
Okay, yeah, you got to put it in the group chat.
But no,
I'm
what I was
excited.
saying, what's funny is the whole time that I've been watching this series of Boba Fett, I never knew the music was saying Boba and Fett in the song.
No.
Yeah. Go back and
No.
listen to it. Yes.
No.
It says Fett. Boba. Fett. Fett.
I had no
Hey.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue. I'm going to
Blew
have to
me
go
away.
back and
Go
gonna
back
have to
and
go
watch
back and
this
listen
last
to it.
episode, just the beginning, and listen to it. It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm embarrassed to say I honestly couldn't sing them. I couldn't sing any of it for you. I didn't really pay attention to the music much.
But don't be
The
embarrassed.
music was good. The
Was
music
it?
was good.
Yeah, same producer. I like him, man. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Mandalorian music.
I was about to say, I think when the Mandalorian music came back, I liked it a little more than I did Boba's stuff.
But you know what's funny is because I remember listening to the music for Mandalorian the very first time, and I wasn't quite a fan because it didn't have the Star Wars-y sound. It felt more like a Western or and I know that's what they were going for, but I'm just saying it didn't have that Star Wars feel at first, but obviously it
That
grew.
John Williams pomp and circumstance stuff.
Yeah.
But it fits the show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joey.
Like it.
Yep.
Okay. So we are the Marauders, and I'm glad we're all together.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's hold
I'm
hands.
glad that you guys.
I'm holding your hand all the time.
Wait, here
I
we
don't know
go.
what I'm doing. Wait.
Bonnie,
Sorry,
I'm right
I'm
here.
terrible at this.
There we are.
There we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm not really sure what I'm
That took
holding
way
on
too
my,
long.
but I got
It's not my hand.
Is it though?
not quite the right.
Tree root.
You don't ever touch a black man's radio.
Tree root.
arm
Oh, you wasn't here for that, Joey. Tree root.
No, you missed it. I
We're
hit
glad you guys
I hit
are
a
with
tree
us.
root while golfing. I've injured my hand. So
Who
a few
does
months ago.
that?
Me, apparently. It's been 3 months, but it's not healing. So I'm finally going to see an orthopedic doctor.
Interesting.
A little stiffer than he thought.
Tree root.
Anyways,
Don't ask, Bonnie.
don't ask, don't tell. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we are the Marauders.
Okay, hold on. What a sick cup. Come on. You're just going to casually not show that off? Love it.
so pretty.
I love it. I have some original Nightmare Before Christmas Christmas tree ornaments
Oh, that's cool.
that we don't use anymore. I will send you a picture.
Please do.
I'll send you
That's
a
what
picture.
my
see-
tree is decorated in.
See if you're interested, and I will. If you don't have them, we will get them to you.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so let's get on with this. Might as well just go ahead and drop in on Boba. Because, I mean, obviously that's...
I just watched it. So yeah, let's do it.
You're all caught up?
All caught up.
Love
Finished
it.
it. Proud of myself.
Well, since that you didn't get to talk about the others, give us a synopsis of some of your favorites before we get to this episode. Then
So I'm going to disagree with everything Phil says about this because I really wanted to punch him today. But I really, really enjoyed last week's episode. I think that was probably my favorite. Well, besides this one was my favorite now. But
Which one was your favorite?
my favorite is this one, the finale.
The finale.
But prior to seeing the finale, it was last week's episode.
Episode 6.
Yeah, which I don't know. It just, and I called, or maybe you called me, Ahmad, but I was not emotionally ready for that episode and didn't understand why I was so emotional during. I mean, I did, but you know what I mean. That was my favorite one because we got to see Luke, we got to see Ahsoka, and then we got to see Ahsoka talking with Luke, and that killed me.
And then the things she said.
Yes, like what she was saying about like the student or the
Friend of the family.
No, the student.
Or like it was the student teaching the master. And I was just like, she probably thought that about Anakin. Like I was dying. I wasn't ready for it. And so I'm not ready for Obi-Wan. That's all I'm going to say after seeing that episode. But it was really cool to kind of see how he started. I know it has nothing to do with Boba Fett too, so that I feel bad for that part of it, but I really wasn't that interested in the story up until like Mando came into play. I don't know. I feel like they could have done better with the story as far as, I don't know, grabbing the audience, because I just didn't feel like I got into it until then. And then this episode today was
trash.
Awesome. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was like, the part where like they're flying, and shooting and all that jazz, I was like, this is awesome. I
just can't get over Cad Bane.
Well,
he's not
did we
dead.
see him die?
He's not dead.
Dude, no.
Did
y'all see? Y'all saw the light
yes,
up.
Right.
Yes, he's not dead.
And
I don't think he's dead either.
Literally, think about who Cad Bane is, right? Cad Bane was made to defeat Jedi. Like, he comes from a different era. And like everything was preparation, where you had like, Boba Fett. It was more like finesse, doing stuff. Cad Bane was calculated, and he had everything in order, ready to go for every situation. He has a plan. He's completely back. They are not killing him.
No, I don't.
They got more money
either.
Look, let's be honest though. Who do they kill in this Disney era?
Luke said it.
Right. Well, and maybe that was
in
like
the Last
what
Jedi.
he
I might add.
Why are you bringing that garbage up?
Hey,
Luke said in the Last Jedi that no one really dies.
Right. They can OD on the Force, but that's about it.
Let's not go down the
I'm just saying that I don't think Cad Bane is dead. So
no,
and I absolutely love this
absolutely
episode.
Not.
Like,
and
there was so much in it that's just amazing.
The single best Star Wars thing they have created, in my opinion, in the recent era, is the last episode. Not the season finale episode. Is it 6? 5?
Episode 6 with Luke.
5 is when
with Luke was to me, it's hands down the single best thing they've created in a very, very long time. I'm not talking like the prequels or anything like that, but that episode alone was better than anything we've seen. Like 7, 8, 9. I didn't get to talk about it last week. But oh my god. And obviously, like, I mean, my name, lightsaber over dad. Like, Luke really gave Grogu the choice of like, hey, do you want your dad? Or do you want me, who's just going to keep bringing up your trauma by making you remember Order 66? And so he gave him like, do you want to see your dad? Or do you want to forget your dad and get a cool lightsaber? Like, that was the only problem I had with the episode, is I don't feel like Luke's not starting off the teaching circuit very well, which could be why in episode 8, one of his students kills everyone else and burns his temple down.
Well, I actually disagree with you.
I disagree with that too.
Only reason why I say that is because, especially with the conversation with Ahsoka, he knew that Grogu wasn't in it.
100%.
So the thing was that Luke learned that through all the other stuff, that making people have a choice is what got the Jedi in trouble. Choices is what got the Jedi in trouble. They
So Luke
chose.
gives him a choice.
Yeah, Luke gave him a choice, because if you choose to be in the religion, then that's one thing. But if you're forced
Right.
into it, then you're not helping the choice. That's the problem with the Jedi. They the choices that they make. They chose not to love on Anakin. Instead, they manipulated him. That was
Cut
a
off your
choice.
emotion.
You know,
I just-
they chose not to want to train Anakin in the beginning.
Right.
The choices that they make. So the thing is that by giving Grogu a choice, if Grogu chose to be in it, then he would be invested. But if they forced him into it, then they would end up history repeating itself.
But my problem has always been with the Jedi Order. You can't cut off all attachments. Like Jedi are always going to form attachments. We see it in every book. We see it in all the movies. You're always going to have attachments, and so the Jedi have always been so structural and rigid. Of like, cut your attachments off and join our order, or you can't be in our order. And I always felt like Luke, and again, I could be going more to like the extended old Luke, the Luke that I wish we had. I feel like, Luke had Mara, and, Luke had a son if we go to the expanded universe. I don't like Luke as an absolute guy, because I feel like Luke had attachments, and he's like the first Jedi to really embrace it. And we get that new era.
And he does have attachments. I mean, obviously he did with his father. And I think I agree with what Ahmad is saying, and he's right on. And we're seeing Luke set up this new form of the Jedi, right? He's giving Grogu the option, not that he couldn't be a Jedi, but he's explaining to him that there is going to be problems with you're being distracted right now.
Yeah.
I don't think Luke was like, you can never come back and do this, but it's like, obviously Grogu is distracted, right? You see it in the scene when they're doing the frogs and stuff. Like, he's trying to, like, you're not getting it, just like Luke didn't get it when Yoda was training him, right? And what happened? Yoda was like, you're concentrating on your friends, go help them. And Luke left in the middle of his training.
Well, actually, that's not.
Technically, Yoda was like, you can't be a
Yoda
Jedi.
was trying to stop him, and he
True.
chose
You're true.
to go and do that.
You're right.
But the thing is that even with Grogu, he wasn't teaching him anything. He even said,
No,
it, like,
he was
I don't think
remembering.
I'm teaching him anything.
Right.
I'm just remembering. So the thing was that I like the fact that Luke gave him the choice, because remember, Luke learned unorthodox as well. So he doesn't really have the plan, and he hasn't found all the relics yet. So he doesn't know what the ancient Jedi texts say, because he hasn't gotten them all yet. So I think it was wise for him to have him make the choice, so that Grogu, if he ever chooses to go down that path, then it will be something he wants to do. So I'm with it. I thought that was actually a good part of the writing.
I think they set it up, obviously, to where, I think they set it up for Grogu to still be able to use the Force and grow in it, because he said, like you guys said, he said, I'm not teaching him, he's remembering him. And then Luke touched his head and started to unlock stuff. So I think in season 3, like, we see Grogu have more flashbacks. This is just my personal opinion. I think Grogu starts to get more of those memories back. So I still think we could see like Jedi Mandalorian Grogu. It just won't be in the traditional Jedi sense, which
you're gonna see a scene with him with the Emperor, and the Emperor's trying to train him.
See, do you think it's the Emperor? Because there's a lot of different things out there.
Look, we could sit here, like, there's a lot of possibilities. In my mind, when we start thinking about all the cool things we could get, we might get a scene with Vader, right? We might get this. I have never, for whatever reason in my head, I've ever thought about the Emperor being in any of this, until I was like, we could get a scene with the Emperor training Grogu. That would be cool.
Other thing that we can get, though, is we can get Filoni and Favreau have set up the future of Star Wars with Grogu.
Yep.
Because now we have somebody that from our generation that's going to carry past even Rey, because of how basically what Luke said, like, look, if you choose your dad, understand that a short time for you is a very long time for him. So now we have 150-year-old Grogu and a series about him. Right. And that's past Rey.
And
he's going to have the Darksaber, and he's going to rule
Mandalore. Let's remember too, Grogu's like 50 years old. Like he's still really smart, even though he's like in baby form. I had this thought when I'm sitting there watching Grogu put the Rancor to sleep. I'm literally just sitting there going, I just want to watch episodes with Grogu. I don't care for anything else. I just want to watch Grogu. I'm sold. I'm in on the Grogu train.
And then he falls asleep with him.
They've done
so
they just snuggle up. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant. And I like too that we see Grogu getting stronger. He's not super powerful yet, but he's stronger than he was in season 2.
He was strong.
Right, but he's not crazy yet. Like, he didn't crush the robot. He just pulled that one piece off of it, which is neat. Yeah, I like the way they're doing Grogu because like it leaves so much room for growth. And obviously, I'm with you. I feel like he's the future. It writes itself. I mean, you do a few seasons of this, and then you give it a year, and you start writing the Grogu show. So,
I'm gonna go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
Here it comes.
I will say this.
Okay.
Here comes a terrible take.
What happened?
What?
I thought you said something.
I had a little bit of feedback there. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just checking.
I'm ready to hear this.
I will say this. I am very happy with the fact that we have a Star Wars show to watch week to week. I'm grateful for Filoni. I'm grateful for Favreau. I think that the direction that they're going in with the TV series is great. I'm looking forward to everything that's upcoming. But I will say I was never really excited about the Book of Boba Fett. I watched it all. Watched it all the way through with little expectations, wanting to just see where the story went before I cast judgment. After watching the finale, I was very disappointed with the season. I thought some of the writing wasn't that great. There were some good parts in the last episode, but overall, it was not a very good episode. And the most exciting parts were the parts where Boba wasn't in it. So for that, I would say I'm going to let you guys get your takes out. And I'm very happy if anybody loved the episode, if they liked the episode. But for me, it just wasn't for me.
So, okay, I thought about this for a while. And I kind of have two different takes on this thing. And here's my two different takes. As a Star Wars fan watching a Star Wars show, honestly, I give it all probably like an 8, right? Because they gave me a lot of things I wanted as a Star Wars fan, right? As a Boba Fett series, it's like a 5. It's not good. I don't like who is Boba Fett. Like, it's not believable. Now, here's the caveat to this, because I understand what they're trying to tell me. They want me to believe that Boba Fett, when he was with the Sand People, changed. I'm cool with that. I'll jump on the bandwagon. They haven't really got me there to really believe why he's changed. I understand what they're telling me he has. Okay, cool. This was the same problem y'all all yelled at me about with Mandalorian season 1. When I was like, we all loved it. We praised it. And I did too. And I love season 1. My problem was I didn't quite believe Din Djarin's change from just meeting Grogu, and now all of a sudden he's not this bounty hunter that was kind of a lot like Boba Fett, right? We thought. Until now I can look at season 2, and I can look at these episodes that we got in Boba Fett with Mandalorian, and I go, okay, now I'm starting to believe his transition, and it's making more sense to me, right? So with Boba Fett, if he's in another series, which it seems like they're setting up like a bounty hunter series with all of them together, which seems kind of cool because they would be off of Tatooine doing their thing. That's the way I kind of read the end of that. Yeah. Maybe they explain Boba's change a little bit more to me and it makes more sense. I'd be cool with that. But just what they've given me so far in the series doesn't make sense. Now here's my standard. Here's what I'm basing this off of. For me personally, one of the best character developments, I bring this up every time, but it's Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. That writer writes in a way that is very believable how these characters get where they get. They should take some tips from him on taking Boba there, because he just, again, I can sit there and go, I know what they're trying to tell me and where they want me to believe, but I don't quite believe who he is. So as a Boba Fett series, it's not good, right? Didn't enjoy it. The episodes 1 through 4, pacing's not great. I agree with Mod. The writing wasn't great. I loved episode 5. I loved episode 6. 7 was better for me. The reason why it was a letdown was because they gave me such good hope in 5 and 6 that I built up what 7 could be. Okay. Now 7 without 5 and 6, I would have been more happy with it. I just built it up so much because they gave me so many incredible things in 5 and 6. I thought 7 would be more. 7 was good. The action scenes were great. The rockets from his freaking knees. He shot the freaking rocket out of his back.
Then had it back with
then had it back.
Cad Bane.
Yeah. But what's cool is watching him and Din Djarin fight together. Great scenes.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it till I think Justin said this in the deal, but like, why did he just get Slave One to come in there and mow everything down? Like we know that he can use his calm and control Slave One.
Again, you want to destroy the city?
That's the thing.
That would have done less.
He brought the Rancor in. What do you mean not destroy the city?
I'm not defending it. I was just throwing something out there. Like
that's what I'm saying. There's so many things about the episode that just don't make sense.
Look,
my thing is this: I'm just gonna sneak this in, and you got it, Shane. I'm just gonna say that I feel like as an episode, it was okay. As a series, as a season finale, no,
it's a letdown. I agree. No. And the other thing that let me down, sorry, Shane, then you go.
You're going.
The other thing that let me down was the ending credit scene. No joke. Of course he's still alive. He's in the back.
He got shot in the arm.
I don't need to see that. What we should have seen is Cad Bane limping up. That would have been better, right?
Yeah.
I did listen to Theory, and Theory said this, and I agree with him. What would have been even better is if we would have saw Luke, and we saw the Millennium Falcon, and we saw a de-aged Han Solo, and he shows up to Luke, and hey, here's my kid. You see Ben Solo. That would have been sick. But either way, the ending scene was a letdown, and part of it's my fault. I said here and told you the last couple weeks, Ahmad, I was like, Dave Filoni ends big. He ends big. He ends big. This is going to be an incredible ending scene. And it was kind of a letdown. Okay,
Dave Filoni did end big in episode 6.
Well, that's because Filoni is not the showrunner for this.
Okay. And you're right, Ahmad. I thought about that earlier. We were talking about the writing. And you said last time, you go, Dave Filoni is not, he just directed a couple of episodes.
He's got a seat at the table to input
for sure.
But in the end, he's not the one that's finishing it out.
Right. I mean, which makes me go, okay, then that's probably why it felt not as good as it could have.
This last episode was Favreau playing with his action figures as a kid. He had the Rancor and he had a Boba Fett, and he put Boba Fett on the back of a Rancor, and he's like, I'm going to put this in a show. And like, I'm fine with it.
I too.
It didn't set the world on fire. I'm not over here. I've never said this is the best Star Wars show they've made. I think it did a great job expanding the world. Like, it made it a little bit bigger, and I like how they tie in the other shows and stuff like that. And I feel like this is just like our toe into the like Marvel, and this is what I like is like my 2 favorite episodes had no Boba in it, and like I'm fine with that. Like, I wasn't one who was like, oh, we need more Boba. I'm like, no, I want more of what we just saw in 5 and 6. And 7 was cool. Like, 7 was neat. And I feel like if we had more of that like grand scale in 1, 2, 3, and 4, then people would probably like the show more. But obviously it had some major issues. I mean, major issues, and we've gone over it, so I won't beat it to death. Like, it's definitely not on the list of my favorite, Star Wars shows ever, or shows in general. But I mean, it gave me one episode that I think is some of the best Star Wars stuff ever made. And I'm happy with that. So if we don't get a season 2 of Boba, I'm fine with that. And I like how I get why they did the end credit scene. I agree it was a throwaway because nobody thought he was dead. But Boba's like, well, I don't think I'm cut out for this. After he does all this to take over the town, and he's like, I don't think I want to do this, which is cool because like, hey,
who's gonna do it?
So Shane. Who's gonna do it? Now we got Cobb Vanth, and Boba can go off and do his own thing.
And the Power Rangers.
Yeah. So I get it, and like, look, I'm I'm definitely not defending the show. I'm kind of
Right.
with Joey. I'd give it a 5 or a 6, but I would give that one episode a 10. And it's
But yeah, but
and that's
like
enough for me.
and I agree. What you're saying, Shane,
You
is
would
right
give-
on.
You would give 5 or 6 a 10, not
No, yeah, that's what I'm
chapter
saying. I would
7,
give the
right?
one
That's what-
episode
okay.
a
I just wanna
10,
make
but it
sure.
doesn't
Yeah.
make the show a 10 for me. Like the
Gotcha.
show is okay, but because I got that one episode, I mean, I'm happy. And that one episode to me was like, it's everything that I've wanted to see for 40 years.
Right.
Like,
And that's
I'm
the
not
thing
40, but you know what I
is
mean.
you felt more satisfaction out of 6 than you did out of the prequel or the sequels that they made. And
100%.
that's exactly how I felt. I was like, I enjoyed this 40-minute show more than the last 3 movies.
100%.
And so I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying there. I agree with everything you said, but I was going to say is it's definitely, like we said, as a Star Wars fan, they gave you some cool stuff you want to see. Great. High on the, put it up there. Like we said before, I'd watch drone shots. But as a series for Boba Fett, going away from them for 2 episodes was a death nail to the book of Boba Fett. This felt like a Maj Podge of Star Wars. Which if it was like book of random things or cameos, that was our joke, book of cameos. That would have been even better. Just like, here's random chapters of things we want to talk about.
The first part
I've
of it,
taken
but-
this
I
show.
agree. I know.
I've taken this show as, hey, we want to do Mando season 3, but we can't get Din Djarin, so let's just throw something together. And that's kind of the way I've gone into this. Is like
Filler-
we need something to
filler
fill the
season?
gap, and so that's what they did. Like they just filmed a quick show with Boba
We need to
Fett.
let-
Just to
Bonnie
throw
needs
out
to
some
be able to-
Star Wars.
Bonnie, you talk a little bit on this.
Oh, I mean, I
How much
agree.
do you
Like
want to?
the first, what is it? Episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was playing on my phone most of the time because it was not exciting at all to watch. And then once we got to episode 5 and we get to see Mando again and even the armor, like I was excited about all that, learning about the dark saber and why it's not working for him and all this other stuff. And then episode 6, like those are the top 2 episodes that were just amazing. I did like the season finale, but I like the season finale because of like they're fighting together. They're all doing these things. There's a lot of action. There's a giant rancor. There's all this stuff that I liked. It's like if they would have put that into like more action, especially since the Bounty Hunter series, you know, it's like it was just so boring. And so I do agree. They shouldn't have called it Book of Boba Fett. I think they were just like, we need to get some Star Wars out here, so let's throw something together, you know, get people watching again. But
who was the director for all of it?
Rod Rodriguez he's the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
And I
Rod
like him.
Rodriguez is the one who directed in Mandalorian series. He directed the episode where Boba gets his armor back, where Grogu was on the rock. So that he was the showrunner of the show.
Yeah.
Now,
I think
Jared, what did you think, bro?
if we go for the whole show, this is where I'll start. First of all, Boba, we've always wanted to see Boba kick ass. We wanted to see him. We wanted to find out what happened in the Sarlacc pit. Did he get out? Did he survive? We got to see that. But my problem with Boba, and the reason I think the whole show is so slow, is because he is just a rickety old man. And then these little moments, we try to fake that he's like awesome. Whereas the whole show, he is like doing everywhere. And there's nothing like, yeah. I mean, he might as well hobble with that cane that he made the whole
They
time.
gave him the old Luke Skywalker tube.
I'm not even gonna say what I thought when I first saw that thing being made. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So my
what it
my
looks like,
whole
Mike.
problem is it makes this awesome character that we've loved and we wanted to see so much of pathetic.
Very boring.
Like I did not. I mean, and that's when we get to 5 and 6, and it's like he's not there. Everybody's got the action going on. You believe Mando is gonna, like, the stuff he's doing makes sense. His age, what he's doing makes sense. We've already built into this. But then we get back to chapter 7, and then we slow the pace so far down because we're trying to keep up with Boba being a ricky old man. And all of a sudden we get 5 seconds of him shooting with his knee, shooting with his backpack. He's doing this, he's doing that. It was like, this dude can hardly walk down the street without like
He brought
somebody
on a
hitting him.
Rancor too.
Yeah.
Did ride a Rancor.
But the Rancor felt like honestly, chapter 7 did not surprise me in anything it did. Every time I was like, this is what's about to happen. The Rancor is about to come out. I know he is. That's the reason he left. It was just, there was nothing surprising. Whereas 5 and 6 blew us away. We had no idea.
Yes.
The story was awesome because we couldn't figure out what they were doing.
Now I will say this.
You can't top 6 was my thing. Like me and Ace talked about it. I was like, I would not want to be the guy that has to direct the episode after 6.
But here's the thing, though, right? We thought we didn't think they would be able to top 5, right? So the thing is that the pace just got better in 6. The thing was with 7. My thing is, I just didn't appreciate the continuity of story, like stuff. Here's my thing, right? And this is no shot. I promise, this is not a shot. This is just what I feel, right? Again, I don't have anything against anybody that liked or loved the last episode. I'm only telling you my opinion. But it's just interesting to me that we can nitpick episode 8 about the stuff and the decisions that they make. But now that we're talking about this episode 7 and nitpicking, then I should just be happy that I have Star Wars. This is what I feel. When you're talking about this story, like the Boba Fett just being so indecisive. The Power Rangers is like, no, we're going to stay here. We're not going back to the castle. And Boba's like, okay, we'll just stay here. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you the leader, bro. Like,
yeah, I didn't like the fact that Boba always conceded to somebody else in the opinion. He never made the opinion for himself. That is not Boba Fett that I know of, the little comics I've read, and that's not him. And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. He's just an old man, and he's just like, he's geriatric, and he's waiting for the next person.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Then the other thing, right?
What do you want to do?
They got 8 people. Right? They got 8 people, and they're like, all right, you gonna go here, you gonna go here, you gonna go here. Black Heart Stanton is standing in the front of City Hall, just chilling. Like, bro, you the biggest thing here. And then why the pigs had to die, bro? Why the pigs?
Yeah, why did they have to?
They didn't care about it. They never addressed it.
Listen, 7 people came from behind the train and magically pushed them off the cliff. Like, really, bro?
Right.
Then the Power Rangers, it was 5 of y'all. Now it's only 2 of y'all right now. And then magically y'all all 5 back together. And this is what blew me away, bro. Y'all are shooting at a force field. What makes you think by you continuing to shoot at the force field that it's gonna magically make something else happen? Shoot the people that shoot all of the pikes that ain't got force fields. Just shoot them.
That's a Star Wars thing, though, to shoot at force fields. That's a Star Wars thing.
I get it, but
I mean,
I'm just
when you shoot at a ship with a shield on it, eventually the shield drains. So was that what they were trying to do? But then, and this is, I'm gonna nitpick what I'm gonna agree with Ace on this one. Okay, so when he pulls out the Darksaber and it's red, like the shield is red, so it's failing, and he hits it. And like nothing, and then he just walks through.
Yeah,
like,
that was.
I'm like, why didn't you just do that from the beginning?
They gave it the Dune feel on that. They gave it the Dune feel.
Yeah, but he mentioned that. But then why didn't he just do that from the beginning? Why did we have to wait until it's destroyed half the freaking city and like 1,000 people?
Because of the writing.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. The writing wasn't great.
Yeah, I'm not defending the show.
Didn't he get through the shield?
I'm not saying that you are, bro. I really not.
Didn't he get through the shield because the Rancor got it
damaging?
Yeah,
right.
It was all red, like it was weak, and so he like walked through the red part, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm fine if you're going to tell me that if we shoot the shield 150 million times that it's going to slowly drain. I can live with that. I'm totally fine with that. My thought was they're shooting it to try and drain it, because in everything we've ever seen, shields would gradually, like, they're not unlimited.
Again, none of that bothers me. I don't care about that. I don't care. Like the fighting, I liked the fighting stuff. I thought it was cool.
But I
do have a problem with some of the tactics, but
but I think because of how simplistic and how just weird the writing was, it drew attention to the other stuff.
Right.
Because when my thing is, like, we can nitpick Star Wars all day long on the things that don't make sense. But the thing is, if the story is intriguing, like, to me, there was no stakes in this episode. I mean, not even this episode in the series. What were the stakes for Boba? Like, he talked to the other crime families like one time. He only had about 8 people with him the whole time. So my thing was, where, like, there was no stakes for me. Like, even when this big war is supposed to happen, we had about 20 pikes and that's it. Like, the stakes there just weren't any big stakes. There was nothing that was on the line. And what I do give him credit for is, at least in a couple of episodes, I think like episode 4, and then in this episode, at least the other characters was like, bro, you soft. Like, what are you doing? Like, even Cad Bane was like, bro, what is your end game here? Like,
Right.
Why? At least they did that.
Which tells me they understand the fact that they didn't do a good. I mean, that tells me they know. Like, he used to be a villain. Now he's a hero. How did that happen?
Even Cad Bane said, like, I don't know what y'all understand, but yo, Boba is a killer. Like,
right.
This is what we set him up to be in The Mandalorian.
Vader told him in The Empire Strikes Back, no disintegrations. That was what he told him.
We even
Why are we going to be
it
fine
in
with old man
Mandalorian.
Luke getting that treatment, and then we're going to criticize them treating him like an old man when he is one, but we're just going to be fine with what they did with Luke? No,
I agree.
No.
That's
like
why
somebody
I
watched
said
episode 8 and they're like, no, Boba's the same age, so he can't do anything either. Like,
as a Boba Fett series, that's why it's under a 4 or 5.
In the end, Cad Bane goes, "There's the killer," and I'm like, he hasn't done shit. What has he done?
It's his history. It's his history.
So he accidentally stabbed him. Is all it was.
And Luke Skywalker was an old man. Like, look, guys, I'm gonna die on this hill. This show had no budget, and this show was only made because they could not film season 3. It felt
the show didn't have a budget.
I don't know what the budget was, but it was not what the budget for Mandalorian is. I will die on this hill.
Well,
it was like 7 actors.
No. That's not true. Here's the thing. The show.
Are you gonna pull me out a budget sheet?
No, I'm not, bro. Let me talk. I'm not even trying to fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. Listen, Rod Rodriguez is when the way he shoots stuff, he's a practical director. Even looking back at the episode that he shot in Mandalorian, right? It was in an open field.
Yeah.
They only had the rocks. Like, that's just how he likes to do stuff. Most of what you saw in Boba Fett, if you notice, the episodes he directed or had anything to do with were very, very practical until he got to episode 7. We didn't get the cool stuff until we got to 5 and 6 because other directors directed it. That was his choice.
I will say that when she got on her speeder bike, the speeder bike actually went fast, and I appreciated that in this episode. I'm going to say a positive thing. The speeder bike was not going 4 miles an hour. Like, it actually moved both times she got on it. Now, my 13-year-old daughter
she was winding it up because she had to do like this, like she was doing a treadmill, and then
but like when she was on the roof and she saves the little Power Ranger kids, and then she jumps off the roof and her bike is right there, and my daughter's like, why did she park there and get on the roof?
Look, if we want to talk about the worst scene of all, it's when the Black Power Ranger does the spin move.
I was just about to bring it up, bro.
For no reason. I literally was like, did that just happen? And then what's funny is there's a whole Reddit post about this. There is a whole articles already written about this spin move. I guess it helped him aim. I don't know.
Now what I will say, though, I will say this. I am going to give them credit for being consistent with the characters, because Fennec wanted to kill somebody from day one, right? And when she finally wasn't around Boba, she killed a bunch of people. She went ham. She hung the mayor.
Listen, that scene.
Yes.
Bill even made the comment, this is a Disney show.
That's the only part that made sense.
Right. Because she was like, look, Boba ain't here. He can't tell me no.
You know,
he's not trying to be better. Like, and I'm all for that. Boba can do his little I'm doing good now thing. I'm fine with that. But dude, she's stone cold, and I dug it.
Right. And that's what we all expected Boba to be. Was what Fennec Shan is, and he's just not.
He could have been the killer and still had some kind of like rapport with people, as far as like, okay, I'm just gonna eliminate people because they're
Right.
Well, look
the
at
way they
Mando
are.
cutting a dude's head off, and we still love him. Like, just because he kills people doesn't mean we're going to dislike him or
No,
he's the bad
he
guy. I mean,
shoulda
Mando.
killed one. He should have
Right.
killed one of the Hutts, and she'd be like, "You got to get permission to kill them." Well, guess what? Permission granted.
Boba
Right.
Fett. Yeah.
Right. That would have been pretty dope. That would have been pretty dope.
Or at
Now,
least
okay.
kill one of them.
So we all agree. I think we all agree on what we really think about the show.
Yeah.
We like it. We like things about it. We know what the pitfalls are. Okay. With the way they ended it and they set this up, it looks to me, someone correct me if I'm wrong. It looks to me like Bubba says, we're leaving this place. This isn't for us. Fennec Shan's with him. Looks like the Wookiee guy's with him. And the robot, I guess, is with him too. That one robot was sitting over there with him. And then the Power Rangers seem like they're going to stay and take over it.
Thank God.
You're going to have the Marshal.
Well, the Marshal's going to take over, I think.
Okay. See, the way I kind of read this was like, we're going to have a series with Boba, the Marshal, Fennec Shan, and the Wookiee, and maybe that little robot going around doing bounty hunter stuff, which that sounds cooler to me.
That could be cool.
I
See,
didn't
honestly-
get that.
That's the vibe I got. But
I thought Marshall was taking over.
I thought he said. I don't know about us doing this, and she was like, "Well, somebody's got to," and they like she was saying like we're already here to do it. I didn't get that they were
see,
leaving.
that's what I got. Like
I got that they
we're
were leaving.
yeah, I did, and I thought it was like we're already here. Like the Power Rangers are going to stay.
I thought that's why they showed Cobb Vanth.
And it made a lot of sense though. With remember the story that the girl Power Ranger told her, like, this is where I was born. I know this place. This is my, like, it makes sense for them to take it, get rid of them, and you get these main bounty hunters teaming up together, going around the galaxy doing something. Now that could be cool, right?
Yeah.
If they do it right.
If
Now,
they do it right.
yeah.
I will say this. I first of all, I watched the episode on my phone. So when I was watching it, when I first saw the end credit scene, I didn't get it was Cobb Vanth right at the beginning. When I first saw it, I was like, "Is that a young Palpatine?" Like I thought it was. I thought it was.
Clone.
It's just in his back to think.
thought it
Don't
was a
mind me,
clone.
guys.
That would have been
Well,
cooler.
So then I rewound it and then saw it was. Then I was like, "Okay, come on, y'all," because they was really trying to sell that
So-
he died at it. They're getting shot in the arm. I was like, "Come on, man."
Just to add one more thing to the point I was making about another series going forward, it would make sense because Boba, he's got a thing against the Pike Syndicate now, right? The Pikes, he wants to take them out. Shan's already with him. Wookiee guy's already probably with him, but Marshall has a reason for not liking the Pikes either. He wants to take care of them so that they'll stop messing with this town. So there could be an easy way to get them to go and do stuff together in another series.
I feel like
Come on,
I feel
everybody,
like
let's
Marshall
jump on the
takes over.
geriatric one.
The
Take 'em
what?
out.
What's that?
Jump on the geriatric one. Take them out.
Look,
Yeah.
I could give you probably 20 other things I'd rather see before that. I'm just saying, I think I would be more excited about that than I was the Book of Boba Fett. I'm with
I just
Ahmad.
don't-
Ahmad said it. None of us. We are all stoked for Obi-Wan, though. I
Oh my
God.
cannot wait.
That's what episode
Yes.
6 did for me, okay? Like,
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
and I told you, didn't I, Amon? I was like,
I have
listen,
predictions.
I am not emotionally
Let's hear
prepared
it.
just for this little bit of stuff that you guys are giving me here.
Give us your
Listen.
I'm gonna
prediction.
be bawling the entire time.
I'm just
gonna
gonna
be
say this,
amazing.
and y'all can have it on Boba. I mean, on Obi-Wan. The people I think we're gonna see in Obi-Wan: Yoda, Qui-Gon, Mace.
Anakin.
Yeah, we know Anakin.
Well, yeah, we know
And
Anakin.
I heard he's gonna be in it a lot. I don't think Cad Bane's gonna be in Obi-Wan.
I
But
wouldn't think
like I
so.
said, I think we're definitely gonna see Yoda.
I
We're
agree.
gonna see Qui-Gon, and I think we're gonna finally get to see Mace.
Do you think we'll see?
Mace. Now that
Mace
would
would
be
be huge.
That would be a big one for me. Just this, God, everybody wants. Just make it happen. Let's bring.
you think we'll
just
see
bring,
Ahsoka?
Bring the brother back. Come on, Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not? I think we will because they're already doubling down on Ahsoka. We're going to get a bunch of Ahsoka. Why wouldn't you just even a throwaway scene? Why wouldn't you even just throw? They're going to for
I
marketing
would
wise.
lose it.
they're gonna, even for a throwaway scene, they're gonna put Ahsoka in there. I promise you.
Joey, just know that there's something else that I think we're gonna see in Obi-Wan that I can't mention on air that I think you would lose it for.
Mm.
What? You can't mention it?
Why can't you mention it?
Because unfortunately, some people haven't finished some other series, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, so obviously the one I'd be excited for is Qui-Gon because we haven't seen Qui-Gon again, and obviously we get the tease with Yoda saying someone has learned to communicate. So we never got. So it'd be cool. I mean, he's a Force ghost we haven't seen. I'd be all about it. And it'd be cool to see him because this time frame it's set 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So Yoda's very much still alive on Dagobah. So it'd be cool to see maybe Obi-Wan goes to Dagobah and checks in with Yoda. I'd be down.
That'd be cool.
I mean,
So Luke's like 10 then, right? If it's
10 years. It's 10 years after the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Right, which was episode 3.
3. So
And
Luke
he would have been
Luke is
born.
9.
So then he would have been
What's cool though
9 or 10, yeah.
is that that's cool is this whole story of Obi-Wan is happening during that whole time of Rebels, which is also cool.
You know what I would love though? I would love for them to start the episode with the scene between him and Maul.
Oh yes,
Oh.
that
That in
would
live
be
action?
dope.
Where's that
Yes.
set in the?
Because you could make up for that scene. But still,
that scene was so well done.
the scene was done. The fighting of it was
Yeah, I like the scene. The
lackluster.
fighting was where it was just kind of
right.
Now
That
this
scene was
is
so well done.
Obi-Wan is right after Revenge of the Sith, right?
10 years.
Right.
This is where
It's the
Yoda
whole
tells
period of
him,
3 to 4.
"I have somebody that you need to train your old master." Right? That's
Yeah.
that's where we're
So-
at.
He had set 10 years after that. So he's been on Tatooine for 10 years.
Oh, that's right, because he's already kind of the hermit.
Yeah, so he's going to be in his little thing, which
He's
is
already
cool.
old Ben Kenobi.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's got a ship stash somewhere, hopefully.
I don't think he's gonna have gray hair. So
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No. The reason why I'm saying that is because then the Maul scene hasn't happened yet. So we could very well see Maul. No, we won't, because that was the first time he caught up with him. So no, we won't see Maul, but Maul is still alive in this time frame.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're all. I mean, this is going to be such a cool time because, like I said, Yoda's still alive, so you could literally have him go to Dagobah and he could see Yoda, he could chat with him. Like, obviously Qui-Gon Force Ghost, which is cool. I mean, you have me at. I'm so ready to see.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Do you think we'll see Senator
Organa?
yeah,
Bail Organa?
Leia's dad?
Bail Organa.
Bail Organa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we will see him.
You think
I
we
would
will?
definitely think
I
we
was
will.
just wondering if you think we'll see like Leia, like little Leia and
Maybe.
and stuff like that.
I don't think we'll see little Leia because they want to keep them separated. Now, it does
But
depend.
if we see
What if
him,
Obi-Wan goes off planet?
Yeah, but I think that he would meet Bail though. I don't think that he would have Leia with him though.
Would just
Never
be
know.
chilling on the ship?
That's
I
just
wonder
that's-
what it,
never
I
know.
wonder if Obi-Wan, I wonder if Obi-Wan meets Grogu. I mean, I'm just thinking for them to plug in as much as because they like to do
Grogu
that.
would be a thing.
Grogu is a thing.
But I'm just going on record to say I don't think so.
I
Okay.
hope not. Because I don't, and again, like they're writers, but
Grogu
I don't
hater.
see how
Change
you
your
wite
name.
that in to feel well.
Change your name that you hate Grogu.
I
That's
just think
what
the
I'm
love
saying.
Grogu.
the tone needs to stay more serious in Obi-Wan and less.
But
I might need
But the
some comic
tone-
relief.
But no, I was gonna say the best time to hit serious tone is after you've made somebody laugh really hard. That's when you hit them hard with a serious note, and it cuts way deeper than you would normally.
Well, I mean, Obi-Wan has dry humor anyway, so I feel like
I'm
we're
with
going
you.
to get it with him.
Right.
Just the way he talks, but
But what if he's changed because of it all?
It's going to be fine. It's going to be
It's gonna be
amazing.
good. It's
It's
gonna
not.
be.
It's not going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. I'm going to need to see a therapist
So
afterwards.
that's the next series we're getting. What's the next one after that? Is it
better be Andor.
Andor.
It better be Andor.
And we'll.
Yeah.
I'm hearing people say we're probably going to get Mandalorian season 3 before the end of the year.
That's what people think.
Okay.
Yep.
Jared, what do
And
you think we getting out of this Obi-Wan joint, bro?
I don't know.
What are some things you would like to see?
I mean, obviously, if we could get an actual live action of Maul, that would always be good. We do know that he's pretty hurt at the end of Revenge of the Sith, so it'd be good to see some of that pain that he's going through those few years, and maybe that's why we're going to see Anakin as Darth Vader, because we know that he changes. So, I mean, just to see some of that arc, because the next thing we see normally is New Hope, and he's just this like another geriatric old man that's talking.
Really
in riddles.
don't like old people, man. Wow.
What is it with you?
Ageism.
Wow.
I'm
Some-
just saying.
Some old people
I'm
kick you in the
saying,
balls or
Grogu is
something?
50 years old.
through all of Phantom Menace all the way through, he's cynical about stuff, but he does he laughs and he smiles and stuff. Whereas the old man is just kind of like almost like Gandalf style. He's just kind of like,
Dude, the man had a
Been
hard
through some
life.
stuff
Yeah,
though.
He,
yeah,
That's
he
the
went through some
problem.
stuff.
Cad Bane's old. Cad Bane's really old.
Yeah,
That
he
means
is. That's
super
why
old.
his color was so light. I learned.
Luckily for him, all he has to do is walk down open roads and draw. He doesn't
Now-
have to run. He doesn't have to dodge. He just
Mm-hmm.
slowly walks down roads and then opens his coat
Slowly.
and draws.
Wins.
I do think we're gonna get a ton, and I mean a ton of flashbacks
Oh,
of-
100%.
of the Clone Wars.
Do you know what I
Jesus.
really want to see? I really, really want to see Vader's throne world again.
How much say is Dave Filoni have, you think, in the Obi-Wan series?
From what I read, none.
Yeah,
I read
because
the
I mean
executive-
this is definitely a Deborah Chow thing.
I read the executive producers, and he's not even listed as a producer.
Yeah,
It scares me.
Deborah Chow is the showrunner for this.
The-
So
The number one person is your girl. The very first name on the producer's sheet is Ace's girl,
Kathleen
my
Kennedy.
cousin.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your cousin.
No Filoni and no Favreau.
On what?
Obi-Wan.
So
That's
Shane,
interesting.
if you like
So
it, and I
probably
know-
not going to see Ahsoka then.
Look, we all talk about what we're excited about. Like, I mean, there's only one thing that would get me more excited, and that's a Luke Skywalker series. I mean, this is it for me. So, like, man, if they botch this, I mean, it's gonna crush me. It's gonna crush me.
I think we're gonna be okay. And
I do
the
too.
thing, I think we're gonna be okay. I just don't want people to be too like. Obviously, we'll get the trailer for the Super Bowl. That's what I'm claiming. So
Oh, I hope so.
if we get that first look, then we can really kind of see the tone. Because the problem is that's scary because we thought the tone of a lot of people thought the tone of Boba Fett was going to be this gangster Star
Yeah.
Wars film, and we never got that. But I watched the first trailer, and you remember when we talked about it, I was not impressed, and I wasn't. So I'm just saying, I think we will get a lot off the tone of hopefully the trailer this weekend.
putting
They
all my
just
eggs in this
can't
basket.
mess this show up.
You
If they
can't
mess
I'm-
this show up, I'm done.
That's it, Bonnie. This is the show that you. But look, I mean, we know they rewrote some scripts. So I mean, Ewan McGregor, they read them. We know they weren't thrilled with where it was at, so they stopped. They took the time. They rewrote it, and he seems happy with it. And I feel like, I mean, and me personally, I mean, I feel like he's the guy that knows the character, right?
Yes.
And so
He
like,
knows how important the character is. He
yes,
knows.
Yes.
and he's
pressure.
yes, and he's invested, and like, and I feel like he wouldn't do this if it didn't feel good to him. I don't feel like it's a cash grab. So
I hope so.
I
I
mean,
hope so. Because that's
super
the whole
excited.
thing is at the end of episode 3 that gets you every single time you watch it is that emotion that he has when he's, looking down at Anakin like, dude, what the heck?
you were my brother. Oh.
It's
Hey.
like, I
You're
need
the
that.
chosen
I
one.
need to see that.
Now, Bonnie,
Guys, their fight is going to be the single greatest. I mean, their
Yes,
fight.
that's the thing.
Oh my God, the fight.
Bonnie,
And I say now, Obi-Wan
Yes.
loses.
did
sorry.
you trust did you trusted us and you watched episode 5 and 6 of Boba, right?
Well, you didn't tell me anything. You
Well,
didn't warn me.
We did. we said for you to catch up to those episodes, which is why we kept kicking you off the pod so that we didn't spoil anything for you. But the point is, you trusted us to do that, right?
Yeah.
We need you to finish up.
I'll finish it before Obi-Wan. Yeah, it'll be finished before Obi-Wan.
Well, you're
Yeah,
just
you
missing
finish
out. Like, as much. What I'm saying is, if you would have finished the episode by now, well, the series by now, episode 5 for you would have been that much better.
Gotcha.
Because you were like, oh, I'm understanding some things about. Well, I'm just saying, because you was like, oh, I understand some things about the dark saber.
Yeah,
got to get it.
I know. I've got to do it. I've just got to do it.
Now they did with this series again. Why it's called Boba Fett, I don't know. But in this series, they did fill in some of the gaps with Din Djarin that make Din Djarin feels so much better to me about his reasoning for doing things, like not taking off his mask. It makes so much more sense to me. I believe it now. Where before I was just kind of like, just take off your damn mask. It don't matter, you know. So
I love how Boba asked him about, oh, you still believe in that?
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, still the best scene is when he's in his little bubble and he's beating on it with the little ball, and he's like,
Oh
"No,
my
I'm not doing it." And then he beats on it harder. And he's like, "I'm not
Yes.
doing it." And he, look, man, anybody that's got kids, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then he beats it harder. And he's like, "Fine, one more time."
Well, I just thought it was funny because Grogu took that little thing out of the thing,
The
and
screw.
it was solely for him to play with it. It wasn't even
It
about
wasn't to actually do
doing
it.
He was
Yeah.
like a bigger ball. Ooh.
I can't wait for Grogu to get more powerful. I just want to see
How about-
him.
How about the scene when he's fighting the little training droid, you know, and he's like doing all the flips, he's doing all the Yoda stuff on the rocks. Like, man, I'm
Mhm.
ready to see some of that. Like, obviously, it's not going to happen every time they
Then
fight.
he takes the force and he crushes the thing and it drops down and he just kind of looks over like,
Yeah,
And he's just like, I'm taking that.
he's gonna be more integral part in the fighting in the next season, which is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
Okay,
I
so
don't
he
I think
can
we'll
actually
get more
move on his
about him.
own.
When does he
Yeah.
get his lightsaber?
he will eventually get
He's
one.
gonna,
Mark my
he's
word.
gonna
Yes.
get a lightsaber. Yes.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
And I-
You remember that they showed that fan art and they actually used that where he was building that yellow saber.
I'm ready for him to get his freaking Mandalorian mask
Oh my gosh, that'll be so
Oh.
with
cute.
the ears sticking out. I'm in.
How about when Luke was just going through his lightsaber drills and Grogu's just sitting?
What about? I can't wait for Grogu to get a jetpack. That's gonna be awesome.
That
What
would
an
be a-
easy way to have him just flying around. Just give him.
If you want to do a Grogu series, you said it 200 years from now, and he's the ruler of Mandalore, and he's got a full Mandalore set, and he's got his
Full
lightsaber because he's a Mandalore Jedi again, which we haven't seen in 1,000
What
years.
if they do like a whole Groot thing where Groot was the baby Groot and everybody's like, oh, it's so cute. Then in the next episode, the next movie, he's like the teenage age.
Yeah.
You get Grogu's just all like,
It's going to be hard to get him out of the baby
King
phase.
Ferret.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be hard because he is. I mean, come on. When he took a nap after, he curls up with the Rancor.
Cute.
It really doesn't get better than that.
Right.
It doesn't.
I'm just mad they didn't make that Rancor Moochie, man. They missed the opportunity.
But
It really did.
It's gonna make it way sweeter when we get to the point where Grogu is super powerful and we're watching his whole walk there. That's what we wanted with Luke the whole time, right?
Yep.
We watched Luke change. Oh, Return of the Jedi. Okay, now he's really
I'm with you.
strong. And that's what we've dreamed of seeing. So
Yeah.
we saw a glimpse.
Yeah, and that's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted. And I don't know that we're going to see Luke a lot more in this series. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe down the road Grogu goes back, but I really don't see how you tie Luke back into this.
Thank you very much, Gabe. Eat House 99.
That's right, Mr. 99. What's
Yeah,
better
man.
than 98? 99.
Yeah, I hope we get this. I hope we get this trailer this weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now
for
I
the
do.
Super Bowl.
I ask you this though. Now that they kind of leaked when it's coming out,
Yeah.
do you think we're getting the trailer now? Because like that would have been the way to announce it. But now that that's $7 million. That's each spot. The Super Bowl commercials are $7 million slots.
Good.
I'm all about it.
And they're all sold out.
Listen, I think it's a good time to do it.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl.
You know
Like,
how
if
many
you want
people are going
eyes
to be
on it-
watching the Super Bowl this year just because of the halftime show?
Yes.
Come on now. It's a good time to drop it. But I think that's the only thing they should
Yeah.
do is one trailer, be done with it.
I'm there for the commercials. It'll be 30 seconds, and it'll be like, see the full trailer
Yeah,
online now.
But no. Don't even
Yeah.
just here's your teaser. Now you got to wait.
I know you're ready to watch
Don't
Joe
give me
Burrow,
anything else.
Shane.
No.
You're a
I'm
huge
ready to
Joe
watch
Burrow
Mixon,
fan.
Mixon and P. Ryan.
Yes.
Look, I enjoy this kind of Super Bowl because I have no care who wins. I'm there for the commercials. I'm there for all the snacks my wife makes.
Joey.
And
Joey.
That's it. I'm ready.
He lying. He got an Odell tattoo on his back right now.
Look, I want to see Stafford get one just because, like, man, he put in his time with Detroit, and that's putting in time. Okay, but if Odell breaks an ankle on the first play, I'd be fine with that. No
so
offense,
hard.
Odell, if you ever see
So
this.
Here's those pictures that you just sent.
Hey, I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a good show.
So that like Grogu.
Oh, wow.
He needs a helmet. But how cool is that? Because, like, at this point, like, obviously Dinjarin would have been dead like 200 years, 300 years.
For a while.
And so he's just remembering his dad,
Yeah.
getting all the feels. And he's got his dad's arm
Aw.
piece on, or shoulder piece.
That made me sad.
Well, I mean, that's what
Sad.
Luke told him. Like, man, you're going to be like 100. Your dad's going to be dead. Like,
He's going to be dead.
For that one.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh, my gosh.
I'm all about that. Look, he's got a full
That-
head of hair.
The hair just makes me think Yaddle.
It's
That's all
like
that
Luke
does.
Skywalker's hair. Yeah,
that
I'd shave his
Shane?
head.
I don't know about that one.
Uh,
That
I dig
one's
a little lightsaber, though.
it's so cute, though.
I mean,
Man,
I could still watch it. The hair, I don't know if I want the hair or not though.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I like it without hair. But yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's like no. He doesn't have long blonde hair. Like no. Because even
Like
now he's just got little
flowy.
puffs of white. Yeah.
They're so cute. His little baby hairs. Love it.
Okay.
Good
That was
Love it.
awesome. Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
Thank
Do
all
we
you
not-
guys for hanging out with us. What?
Do we not have a clip of that Black Power Ranger doing that spin move? That was the classic.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
but I'm sure everybody is going to
Can
pull
you
it up.
Tube
all
it.
over. It's going to be the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
gonna
all I
be.
want to
yeah.
watch.
Well, man, look,
Just-
y'all be safe. And I can't wait to see y'all Sunday. And yeah, man.
You won't see me Sunday.
Love all you guys.
You could always
love
come.
you guys that are watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're the Marauders. We're here every Thursday, 7:30. We're out.